Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gitte Mary and today I am taking you guys on yet another tour through my home, sort of showing you guys everything that I've been doing here since the last video, which was about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So I bought a house in April and it takes a long time to really make a house feel like a home, for sure. I have come to know. And it takes even longer when you want to decorate it sustainably, which is what we are doing. So for the majority of the time, I'm depending on secondhand sources, thrift shops, pre-loved, vintage, antique shops, and I love every single second of it. And I am so excited to show you everything that's been happening in the house. We also did a little bit of like light renovation that I'm also looking so much forward to showing you because I think I started it in the last video. And then I really didn't get any further than taking the wallpaper off, but now it's, I want to say it's done. It's not really done, but it's livable, which is amazing. Okay, no more talking, let's go. So we're finally doing it. I am finally going to paint this. I covered the floor and I am ready to get painting. It has taken me low-key forever to get to this point because I had to leave for work multiple times. So our hallway has just been looking like that for a month and a half. I was about to lose my mind a little bit, not gonna lie, so I am so excited. This is the color I'll be going with. It's like half a workout to paint and I am almost done with the first and second layer and I think it's starting to look really nice. So just a little update about the paint. It's from Aro, it's called Serengeti and it's a organic bio paint. So far so beige. Now I just moved everything out of the way. It's still pretty bare, but now at least it's painted. So it's been a couple of days and things are progressing. I finally got to hang up some pictures and I love the light in here now. I think it's so nice. And I didn't know where to put these pictures actually, so it's perfect that they're in here. Then we have some shoes, we have moles. So this was actually a bench, then I made it into a table and then we made it back into a bench. I love the versatility of that. But now this is actually a room that can be used for things. Yay! I have a big plans for covering this up and building something here. But for now, this is a room that works. Yay! Now that I'm using this table slash bench for my shoes, I'll need to find another table here because this is not going to cut it. I just have all my books stacked everywhere, but I honestly really like how much space I have in the office now. And don't look over there because it's a whole mess. Okay. However, I do really want to talk about these for a while. This is an old poster from a past lecture and this is a slightly newer poster, but I have been so looking forward to hanging them. I got these frames secondhand. This is so big, it doesn't need to be this big. I really think it's funny. I love it especially because this is such an old picture, like who is she even? Who is this person? It's a very humbling experience having her look down on me now. Some people wouldn't like having so many pictures of themselves in their office, but honestly, I don't mind. I also hang this picture of my mum here. I really love this. I think it's gorgeous. And did you think we were done with sort of like the wall decor portion of this video? Girl has been productive in like the 2 days I've been home the last month, but let's take a look at this. The lighting is a little bit bad in the next clip. Sorry about that. Okay. Because we have this space. It's not necessarily the most exciting place in the house. I really want to do something here. But so far I have some pictures here. And I have like an ambition of making them sort of crawl all the way back. I can turn on the light. I'm not sure if that makes it any better. Maybe it did a little bit. I don't know. So I just have a bunch of my older art collection. This is my mum. This is also my mum. This is a Swedish artist. And I got this on my, let's see, I think it's like a birthday thing. It is. It's Happy Birthday, Gitte. I can't remember how old sort of I was at this point. It's from 2004, so 10. Yes, I was 10. And this I really want to show you actually because this is a little bit fun. Actually won this picture at an auction. I am really excited about it. It's from a Danish artist called Wilhelm Marstrand, and we see his paintings in like the bigger Danish museums. He's a classical artist, and I got a tiny little drawing of a little like military dude, and it's a tiny drawing. I really wanted to hang it here specifically because we don't have any sunlight coming in directly to ruin him. I'm really excited. So like a little bit of an organically generated art collection. I'm really proud of this piece in particular. I love when Molly's just walking around, but honestly when I'm trying to film it can be a little bit bothersome. Anyway, because I grew up with my artist mom and sort of like working and networking within sort of like the gallery world, the art world, I have accumulated a lot of different art. So the things that I have sort of bought or found as an adult, I'm really proud of, because it's not something that's always been with me. And I like him in particular. I love him. He's the best little boy that ever was. I showed you this in the previous vlog, but I also hung some pictures in the bedroom, which was a very bare, very, very boring room, which is still not the best room. We also have a new secondhand lamp. Ignore the laundry. Everything's fine. We need to find out what we're gonna do with this area, because I do want some more like life in here. Hello. I have some old posters that I've hung. Then these two, this is one of my mom's paintings. This is one of my mom's paintings. I love how the texture adds another element to this poster as well. And it's something that I got while I was volunteering at a gallery. At this point, this is just like Gitte Mary's art tour. Da 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 da. I'm sorry, I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. I have another piece that I also bought. I think I bought it last year, and I've had it in my basement and in the basement of the previous apartment for a long time because I haven't found a frame for it. I recently found a frame for it, and now it is up and I love it. It is this tiger by Anders Morgenthaler. I love it to bits. It's also a limited edition. It's not like a poster print. It's closer to lithography in many ways. And it says sex! Exclamation point. Now that I have your attention, please stop fucking up the planet. Sort of where we are on the new art. I have so many more plans with this house. I love the gallery wall in here, and we're gonna do the same thing out there for sure. I also got a few other items recently in thrift stores, and I want to show them to you as well. I think they will be out on display all throughout winter because I cannot get enough of them. First of all, a round of applause for a living room that's actually coming together, looking like a space I imagined in my head. Some of the newer additions to our home is this table cover. I think it's so nice. I'm feeling like I'm living in an Italian restaurant, and it's perfect. I got this for 2 quid in a thrift store. These flowers are from Jens's parents' garden. They have so many flowers, and I love when they bring some by. I wouldn't buy bouquets ever because the greenhouse gas emissions from keeping, those greenhouses going, it's not amazing. But these are just seasonal flowers grown in a backyard, and I couldn't appreciate them more. And next to them is another thrift find that I recently purchased. This is a candlestick holder in porcelain and bronze and iron, and I think it's gorgeous. I love the porcelain flowers, and I love the contrast it brings to the table. If someone can explain what Molly is doing, that would actually be pretty amazing. Moles, what are you doing? Such a weird position, girl. So weird, so weird. I think she likes to stand as tall as she can in the room, like find the highest point so she can look out on the street. I think that might be it. I'm trying to understand you, girl. I am really trying. Wait, now that we're here, this is another thrift find. Hello, moles. Hi, girl. Oh, you're literally the best girl in the world. Hello. This blanket, I think I paid 2.5 quid for. If you could see it, that would be amazing. But Molly is right there. Okay, I think you get the point. It has these amazing burnt colors that I think goes really well with the rest of the room. And it's super nice and cozy. Waiting as long as possible to turn on the heat. We haven't done it yet, and I think we'll go all the way through October without doing it as well. So I'm really stocking up on like big chunky blankets and big jumpers, because that's gonna be a much better solution than turning on the heat immediately. So that's sort of While I have you, I really want to tell you guys a story because I painted something and I want to show it to you. But before I sort of show it, there's a story behind it because it's not something that came out of my imagination. It's as close to something I've seen as I could possibly produce. And that's normally not how I do things, but I think you're gonna like this story. I don't know. So I was recently, I don't know if this is the best room to do, this is not the best room to do the story. One second. I was recently on a family holiday with Jens's family and parents on Rhodes in Greece, and one of the days we went to like the old town of Rhodes where I found this gallery, and they did have like some more touristy things, and they also did have some original art, and I really like to buy either super practical souvenirs that I can use, like a mug or a plate, something I can use every day, or a piece of art for one of my art walls as well. So it's like either one of those two, and I kind of wanted to buy a piece of art that was made by a local artist or something like that. That could be pretty cool. Nothing too touristy that sort of screams, hello, I was in Greece, I was a tourist, but more sort of like supporting someone and their craft. That could be amazing. So I go into this gallery and they're really, really nice. I ask about the price of a piece and they say it's 800 euros, which is steep. It was like a relatively small painting, but I'm kind of thinking about it because it's really speaking to me, and I look at it and I take a picture of it and I think about it for several days. Then we go back into the gallery and I ask them again about it, and they're telling me that it's a really famous artist in Greece, but there's sort of, I can't really understand the name they're telling me. I try to write it down and sort of try to Google the name. Nothing comes up. Nothing even remotely to what we're talking about comes up. I ask them to write the name down so I can go and research him, but they won't let me do that. And this is sort of where I realize that perhaps this is not it for me. So they're telling me that they would love to give me the name of the artist when I have purchased the painting. Mind you, it's not like 50 euros, it's 800 euros, and they won't tell me anything until I have paid, which is, now I've grown up in galleries and I've been to like hundreds of them, never experienced this. So at this point, I'm pretty certain that I'm just being scammed, or like they're trying to scam me. So they're telling me, kind of yelling at me all the way through the store, that I can come back later, we can talk about it, I have to think this through, and they will love to tell me the name once we've made, like, once the purchase is done. All this stuff. I'm sort of walking out and they're still yelling at me, basically, like I have to come back and then we can talk about it. But before we started talking about this, I was kind of ready to buy it. Then I changed my mind really, really quickly, and I haven't been able to find out anything about this artist. What they told me, and like, I can't remember, it's a couple of weeks ago, so I don't really anyway, this is what it looks like. I love the colors, which was primarily what spoke to me a lot about the original piece. And then it said like the artist name down here, just wrote my own name. This is in any other situation. Maybe you think it's the same in this situation, I don't know, but in any other situation, I would be really opposed to just like seeing something, like going home and replicating it. With bigger pieces of art, I don't really think it matters. But overall, this is something that I think is like a horrible idea. The annoying thing is, even though now I know this was probably a scam, I loved the picture. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get this framed. I might go to a professional to get this framed because there was a cool design that I really wanted to have incorporated, so I might not do secondhand frame for this one, might go professional. I don't know. Anyway, I tried to replicate the colors as best as I could, so we're gonna chop it so it's it's an even square all the way around, and put it in like a bigger frame. Anyway, let's continue this tour. This is another lamp that I recently found. I got this via a Danish secondhand platform. I love the brass / golden details with the more natural tones. The wall behind it, I might actually end up painting red. But this is for like the activities room, the game room. And we already put it in, so it's working. I love this lamp. The other details in this room is also very much indeed that. We have the big shelf with the color coordinated books that I just love looking at. Have the lamp on top of the gaming table, also in those colors. And then we have a tiny lamp there that sort of resembles that. Then we have the gumball machine with the D20s in it. Now I think I might have mentioned this before, but I love vintage towels, especially with designs like this on them. And this isn't something I got in a thrift store. This was actually the housewarming gift from Jens's sister and her husband. So they came by to visit again, Molly is ready. They came by to visit recently and they got us the primary gift, I guess, was these plates. But I was just as excited about how they wrapped the gifts because they used these vintage towels as gift wrapping and I love them. This is vintage. This isn't actually vintage, but it's also secondhand and I really, really love this pattern, so it's really cool. And it's an amazing way of wrapping gifts because this is incredibly protective, so you won't risk anything breaking. And then you have another gift, because this is just as good as a gift. It's amazing. And also shout out to these balls, they are so cute. They're actually so cute that I decided to put them up on display, so I can always look at them. Now, she really wants to be here for this moles. So right in there is our guest bathroom. I've showed it before. It's very boring. This is what we're working with. Very boring. What I want to do to it though is that I want to paint it like a navy blue or like a petrol color. That could be really fun. And then I have a theme for this guest bathroom. And it's just gonna be, and this is not for everybody, okay? It's just gonna be genitalia. I have a couple of art pieces that I haven't hung yet and I can't show them to you. But if I, for instance, I have an old poster from the 80s from a Tom of Finland exhibition in Berlin. And you can Google Tom of Finland if you want to see some of his motifs. I think they are amazing. We can lure people in with a false sense of security. Now we have a lot of pastels and we have like the sort of vibes. And then you go into the guest bathroom and bam, it's porn. And I know this might not be for everybody. It is for me though. I wrote my master's in pornography and violence against women. And you can actually just find it if you Google my name and AAU for my university. I think you can find it. But yeah, so it's a dream of mine to have a genitalia themed bathroom. Aim for the stars, baby. And this is the only art we have in here right now. So you can see we need to do better. I also need to take a lot better care of this plant. This is actually a souvenir from a vintage shop in Madrid. I love that. But we need more. We need more in here. Another thing, something we need to do today is I need to repot this into a bigger pot because there are so many roots. So we're gonna do that now. I love this. It's a mint, something actually that I got in Greece. This is the souvenir I brought with me home. I was walking on one of the main streets in Rhodes and an old man who sort of like tending to his garden reached out and gave me a clipping of his mint. So I brought it home and sort of trying to make it grow. At one point we're gonna put it outside. There is the perfect spot for it in the garden because mint grows fast and wide and it will never ever stop if you don't stop it. So what we're gonna do is like I have a tiny bit of soil that is sort of like framed by tiles. I'm gonna put it in there so we can sort of control it. But I think that's gonna be for next spring. We're gonna put it outside. Right now we're just gonna repot it into a bigger pot. Okay, so the pot that I found, I really like this actually. I got some of the good soil from the garden and we're gonna repot her. So first of all, I'm gonna just make room. And I think I can just take all of it out. No. Surgical precision. Just Just gonna, because I think I want to reuse some of the soil that's already in here because it hasn't been here. The thing about mint is, like I said, it grows really, really fast. And the soil isn't tired out or anything. Like, it's still really good. So we're just gonna keep using it. Overall, by the way, I wouldn't recommend using any kind of utensil you use for eating and to do garden work. It's like a bad idea. I'll wash these thoroughly. I think actually I might end up boiling them. I've done that usually. There we are. Okay, look at that. We just needed the knife. So we can move her into the soil. So you can grow super big, honey. You can grow really big. Let me know down below if you also talk to your plants, like call them honey. I don't know. Maybe you give your plants names. If so, like tell me some of the names you give your plants. And we're gonna water her. Okay. The sense of accomplishment when you repot something. Also, I might just be growing this completely without soil. This is also a mint, but look at the root system on this bad boy. And all like these small, I think this is super fun. So overall, I do have the ambition of getting a hydroponic system up and running at some point. It's been really difficult because I am traveling so much right now, but I'm not anymore, sort of like grounding myself now. Not gonna go out a whole lot. October is just gonna be about like focusing on making really good content in my home. And I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. So I might get started on the hydroponic system. This is like the babiest of steps in that direction. I do, however, love that you can sort of see all this. I don't know, this thing makes me really excited. This was a supermarket mint that I just tried to save a little bit. Sort of like taking some of the plants out, because when you do buy all types of herbs, like basil in particular, but also mint in a grocery store, they're like 15 plants crammed into this tiny space, which is why the majority of them will die really quickly, even if we're trying to take care of them. So if you do want your grocery store plants to last longer, to grow big, you need to separate them. Sort of what we did here. I also have some outside in a pot. I will go show you actually. So you can sort of see I'm trying to grow things in different ways, having the best time with it, by the way. But this is like a no soil solution, and I will show you what's happening outside. How much do you want to bet when I open this door, Molly is gonna come running out? Okay. There she is. There she goes. So it's rainy and windy outside, but I took 3 or 4 of the individual plants that we got and I put them in here, and they are definitely growing, and even like the bigger older ones are still thriving, even though they're super long. It's still pretty good. I think this is going really well. This is the dumpster dive time from a while back, and she is thriving. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up or a comment. Let me know what you think, or what you think I should do with the house next, or if you have any great tips, let me know. I've also left some links to some other home decor videos in my description, so you can go and check those out. Also, the impact of fast furniture, as well as tips on how to decorate your home sustainably. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and take really good care of yourselves. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!